What's up, everybody? How's it going tonight? Gotta check my volume levels. Let's see. Go over here. Go here. Testing microphone 1, 2. That sounds good. So how's everybody doing? What's going on today? Or tonight, in my case. Let's see. It says I was... Here, let me see. So I don't want to do that. I want to go to my channel and watch the stream from my channel. Something like this. Like that. Okay. Looks like it's working. Try it again. Testing microphone 1, 2. All right. That's what I was going to do. I'm going to go check something on Steam. I also want to open up my core temps. I'm going to do this and open up Task Manager and Resource Manager. Resource Monitor. So one of the things I wanted to do is I wanted to look at Eastside Hockey Manager and see if they have updated we've got 24, 25 face packs, but they've got the 23, 24 face packs. They've got the Premier Pivot database. Got Premier Pivot. What's the other one that I use? TBL rosters. This one wasn't updated until March 14th. All right. Well, I guess I will need to check that before I play it again. I was playing a little bit of Transport Fever 2 today, a save that I have from a while back, where I have, like today, I just ran it for like an hour or so, mostly just kind of looking around at what I was doing, and like an hour I made $500,000. No. Yeah, $500,000. Because I went from $1.2 billion up to $1.7 billion. And I read a recent review of the game, and they said that the reviewer said that the problem that he thought was with the game is that once you reach a certain point in the game, You're just printing money. So once you get past a certain spot in your save, yeah, it just kind of the money just kind of snowballs. You spend more to make more, you spend more to make more, and pretty soon you're just snowballing into tons of money. Um, so I'm going to close Steam because I'm not using it. I'm going to close Epic Games Launcher because I'm not using that. Close Steam over here. Just so I don't have like too many things open that are using like CPU cycles and stuff. So right now I have Camera Hub open, which I don't need to have. I don't need to have that maximized. I can have it in the system tray, which is where I put it. So now Camera Hub is in the system tray. So right now I have Streamlabs open. I have Stream Deck open. I have Satisfactory open. I have two tabs um, in Google open. I've got Core Temps, Task Manager, and Resource Monitor open. So let's go over here. Get in the game. Continue. There's a few things I want to do tonight. One of them I think is just going to get rid of that. Get rid of this. Maybe not get rid of this right away. Since I have this built. So let's see. Can I build? I build stairs down to there. Oh, stairs are going to go. What I was actually thinking about doing is let's zoom this over here a little bit. Stairs here, maybe. Stairs here, maybe. Yeah. What I was thinking about doing is instead of mm-mm. Oop. Yeah, I'll keep those for now. Also, this looks to be off. This looks to be off. So am I going to have a little box down here to deal with? Here's the box up there. I'm thinking about having multiple lines maybe. Vertical. Oh boy, it's high up there. I don't know if I can build a ladder that high. Let's find out. Okay. So we want to do take it, okay. So now we want to go here. We don't want to go up. I'm going to zoop. And we come out here. Come out here. There's some stairs. Let's see. Do it 2. If there's a way to get what if there's a way to get, how do you make, I'll have to Google it. How do you make switch on my laptop crash to the not my laptop, my tablet? It went down. Why? Because there's an update available. Well, you don't have to crash just because there's an update available. You can just do the update. It does look like the camera is frozen. Unbelievable. You got to be kidding me. It's just ridiculous. I'm so sick of this. I am so sick of this. Hey, Sirloin. How you doing? Thanks for coming in. I don't know if you're still there. I know it looks like I'm frozen, but I'm really not. Um, you may not remember, but I've been having so much trouble with my camera and my streaming software playing together. It's just been terrible. The Guild 3, okay. Yeah, I'm just so fed up with it. So I actually went from using OBS to good old technology. Yeah, gotta love it. It's gonna run the world someday, right? Well, I don't want to be a part of that world. Um, yeah, so everything worked fine like the first month that I was streaming. Everything seemed to work fine. And then a month in, I know I had updated OBS at least once. I had updated the camera firmware at least once in that first month. And then like after the first month, it's like everything just started going downhill with the camera, and I'm getting core temp warnings again. Yeah, I'm getting spikes on my core. Of course, that's part of the issue with the Intel 13th gen and 14th gen processors. Yeah, I have an Elgato webcam, and right from Elgato's website, they say that if you are running your streaming software in virtual mode, that means that your software, your streaming software, is controlling the camera. So you can close the Camera Hub software. But when I do that, the camera loses sync with the streaming software and freezes up. I don't know. I guess I just have to notice it and fix it, and then notice it again and then fix it again. And just, it's ridiculous, man. Totally ridiculous. Anyways, thanks for coming in. Um, Enjoy your gaming, and I'll try to enjoy mine. Um, yeah, just playing some Satisfactory. Uh, just figuring out how I'm going to get this Sam. Sam's a really valuable resource. I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to get it down to my base. I get the miner down okay. Let's see, go to Foundations 4. Because it's way up here, and it's a long way down from here. So I'm actually thinking about is just running a ramp all the way out here, and just using conveyors to get it out. I'm going to find out where the ramp would start. Like, where the ramp would start for me to get it. Like right here, maybe? Let's try it. How far would it go? So I have to zoop it. I want to zoop it from here. Thanks, Sirloin. I appreciate it. It's nice having you in the channel. I get kind of lonely, to be honest. No, just joking. Usually, I don't have viewers. I've got VOD watchers, people that like to watch the VOD, but I don't have a lot of viewers. I don't have a lot of viewers in the channel while I'm streaming. So it's just nice to have people here and, chat a little bit and see what's up, how everybody's doing. So I want to do this. So what I can do is now I can put I can put one of these down. Foundation stairs? No. That's not what I had there. All right, so let's go in here because what I had in there was I had the stackable conveyor pole here and this here. Actually, I had them opposite. Here we go. I guess I'll have to put a ramp out here. I'll grab these. I guess I'm going to change it into a ramp. One point I was interested in getting into streaming, but honestly, something I always struggled with was being able to talk about topics to no one or to have conversations for long periods. And I enjoy being able to hang out in streams while like in game and listen to them talk, sometimes chime in and talk with them for a bit. Yeah, it's interesting because when I was a teenager, I wanted to be a DJ. And my dad actually took me to the Columbia School of Broadcasting, and I did like, I don't know how legit it was. I did a test basically. Um, let me go up here. Yeah, okay. I did like a I did a screen test, to see how good I'd be on the radio or whatever. And of course, they are going to they're going to tell you you did great, kid. Sign the dotted line right here, and we'll start collecting your money every month or whatever. Um, so I never did it. I never did become, a DJ. I never did the School of Broadcasting, but it's something that I wanted to do, and so when yeah, and so when I first started thinking about streaming, which I should have done years ago, honestly, when I was single and didn't have a wife and didn't have a child, which I believe me, I would never change what I have for the world. I am so grateful for everything I have, but it would have made it easier for me to do something like this without having, the responsibility of a family and my daughter's in school and um, but yeah, something. Here's my thing. My thing is stopping every few seconds to look over at my tablet to see if there's anybody chatting because I've been gaming for so long, I get so focused on the game. I am so locked into the game and I just forget to talk. I forget to look over and say, "Oh, there's three people in my chat that have said hi in the last 5 minutes," and I'm, here, trying to line up this conveyor pole, you know, because I'm trying to get this thing set up so I can do this or that or the other thing. So yeah, but well, thanks. I appreciate it, Sirloin. I really do. I appreciate the confidence, the comments. Very kind. Very kind. So I want to come this way, go back up here. You know what? It doesn't matter. It's the only thing up here. Anyways, so yeah, this stuff that I'm mining here, and I've actually got to get this. It reminds me, I got to start putting power poles down too. Now, see, how are these? How am I changing these things? I don't understand how I'm actually changing these things because I want the power line here. I want the, oh no, I want the power pole here, the power line here. No, wait, power pole here, power line here. Okay. Yeah. You know, that's very true, Sirloin, because I, if I had started streaming, well, my situation is, um, I was married for 16 years. And then my late wife passed away in 2004. And I knew at some point soon after she passed, I knew that I was not going to want to be alone. I knew I was going to want to have companionship. And so, um, is this not lined up? Does it matter? No, doesn't matter to me. It's the only thing up here. I knew within a few months after my wife passed away, I was in my late 40s, and I knew I wasn't going to want to be alone as I got older. I had met a couple of older men who were like in their 60s, and they were single because their spouse had passed away, and they were very lonely. I didn't want to be that guy. You know, I mean, I was married and then lost my wife. Well, she went to heaven. I didn't lose her. She just relocated. um, but you know, I being married, I just knew I didn't want to be alone. So I was alone for about 10 years. And I wasn't alone either because I had friends. I used to hang out and uh, do stuff with my friends. I'd go out to dinner, have a few beers, whatever. I met people, had a good time. But there was still, you know, for me at least, there was something where I wanted somebody special in my life, somebody to, who's always gonna be there, you know. Um, Having a ginger ale. And so I, yeah. Um, so let me do this first. I'll bring this down here first. Oh, come on. Don't do this game. Come on, game. Okay. It says it's clipping. It's not clipping. come down here with this. Um, I'm sorry. So, anyways, you're right though. I've thought back on it and I've thought if I had started streaming before I met my current wife, I would have stopped looking, I think. I would have not looked for a spouse because I would have had this. And you meet people in this, you meet people through this, and you meet people through streaming. Zoop. And I probably would have had friends that I met through streaming plus my real life friends. I mean, I don't mean that like you are my real life friend because um, we know each other through Twitch. It's not like you're a made up friend or something, you know. But see, I don't like this here, how it does this. But it's what it does, and so I got to deal with it. Because I probably would have thought, well, I know I've met all these people on Twitch, and so I'm not alone. If I feel lonely, I can just go online and you know chat with my play some games and chat with my friends on Twitch. Yeah, that's interesting, Sirloin. Before I met my wife, I played a lot of World of Warcraft. I mean, a lot. Um, and I was in a guild, and we were raiding Karazhan one Friday night, and the guild was based in Australia, and so I'm playing like late at night. They're playing like during the day because of the time difference and stuff. And this one guy says, "Yeah, so we're getting ready to, my wife and I are getting ready to take a trip to we want to take a trip to the U.S. We're getting ready to take a trip to the U.S." And I said, "Oh, wow, that's cool." I said, if you guys are coming, to my part of the country, um, let me know because I'm single and I've got room at my place if you guys want to, stay here. Um, and so they did. And they came out the first trip. They came out to do some sightseeing and stuff, and kind of see the area that I lived in. And then I live in the Rocky Mountains, and so they said they wanted to do some skiing, snowboarding, stuff like that. And so over the course of how many years has it been? I haven't seen them in a while. That's another story. But the last year that I saw them was the year that my wife and I got married. Um, the last trip that they made out here. At least they may have come to the U.S. Since then, but I haven't been in contact with them, so they may have met somebody else. And but anyways, so they made how many trips out here? Yeah, they came out last in, yeah, 2016, but between like 2010 maybe was their first trip, 2011. So, you know, over 4 to 6 years, they came out here every year to do. So I live in the Rocky Mountains to do snowboarding, um, and they so where they were from in Australia, there's not really a winter, um, and the husband had kind of gotten into some winter sports, and so they came out. They did some snowboarding and stuff like that. In fact, they actually one time bought a bunch of stuff and had it shipped here to my place. They had it shipped to my place, and because they knew they'd be coming out, you know, to do snowboarding, and then their stuff was here when they got here, and yeah, it was really cool. It's kind of sad because the last trip that they came out here, um, they came out. So it was a husband and wife who came out. They came out with her dad, and her dad came out to visit too. And we did like the most awesome beer tour of Denver, um, and the area. Um, it's because Colorado's got great brew pubs and stuff like that. And so they came out with her dad. We met her dad, great guy. We did all of our tours and stuff like that. And then, you know, my wife and I had gotten married, so she was here too. And and we had a wonderful time. As far as we know, we had a wonderful time. But that's the last that I heard from them. And it's kind of sad because I still stay in touch with her dad. We still talk, just you know, drop a few chats here and there over the course of the year. And he has not heard from them either. He has not heard from them either. His daughter and his son-in-law, he says he hasn't heard from them for a couple of years. They moved from where they were living in Australia to another city in Australia. Let's see. I want to check. I'm gonna stop and check and make sure I see all your texts here because there's a lot. I don't want to miss anything. Yeah, as far as being a DJ, I love music, and just the idea of being able to play music all day, kind of like, you know, kind of like streaming, playing games all day and talking to people and, you know, saying, hey, this is my favorite game, you know, watch this, you know, stuff like that. But I just always, I don't know, just always just, um, I just thought being a DJ would be so cool, you know, just so cool. So, um, but like I said, it never panned out. But actually, you know, when my wife and I got married, um, I actually did think about doing something like DJing um, after I retired, and I actually went and talked to I went to a place locally. A guy at work, young guy, he went to this company and he actually now is working at a sports radio station. Um, doing he's an engineer for a sports talk radio station here, and I'm just really happy for him because he loves sports and he's basically doing his dream job right now. So, oh man, I'm out of concrete. Well, so yeah, DJing for me would have been kind of like the dream thing, but it's kind of like DJing, right? I can't play music. At least I can't play copyrighted music, but I get to, like you say, I get to talk and stuff. But yeah, like you say, if I had, if I had started doing this, I probably, I mean, not probably, but I might never have looked for a wife, or I might have waited too late. So now I've got a beautiful wife, a beautiful 5 year old little girl. Yeah. I talked about that with her dad. I'm like, why? He says he doesn't know. They moved, as far as he knows, they moved from where they were living to a different city, and he doesn't know why they just kind of packed up and left. Oh, you know what? If I'm enough concrete to finish this. Yeah, it's kind of sad because we had. I mean, as far as I know, we never had like any disagreements or anything. We never had any like anything, any falling out or anything like that. Just, I mean, my the main thing for me is I hope they're okay. I hope they're okay. I hope they're still married. I hope like they didn't, something happened in the relationship and they decided to split up, and then, neither one of them wanted to contact me to let me know what was going on or anything. So I hope they're okay. But yeah, it's just kind of sad because last time we were here, like I said, we had a great time. As far as I know, I didn't hear any complaints. I didn't hear any complaints. As far as I know, we were all having a great time. Went to a bunch of places. I'm gonna come down here. It's more concrete. Ba, 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 ba. I have hardly any iron plate left. I think that's okay. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, for me, it's just a little bit weird because, um, we had a really good time when they were here. Um, as far as I know. So where's this stuff gonna go? It should be on the line when I get out there. Oh, I know what I wanted to do. Okay, so we're gonna go Sam. Finally. Yeah, this game's getting weird. I don't I don't know if this was part of the process. Getting weird. Yeah, it's just weird because, like I said, last time they were here, I mean, we never had any type of problems like arguments or disagreements, or we just had a good time. I mean, I know he was just really into different stuff, and he may have just said, you know what, I want to do something different now. You know, but for me, just to oh yeah, I was gonna look at this. Oh, sorry. For me, just to like just cut off contact because we had a WhatsApp group together with him, his wife, her dad, and my wife and me. So the five of us. Zoop. For right now, I guess. Yeah, just one of those things, where it's like you feel like you were friends, and I mean, I still think of them as friends. I don't know if they still think the same way of me. I hope that they would because I feel like don't feel like we've done anything. And maybe, really kind of what you're saying is true. Maybe it could be that they're like, look, they just got married. My wife and I just got married. The last year, the year they came out here, last 2016, we had just gotten married. We had been married for like 6 months. She had been here for about 6 months when they came out here in the summer of 2016. And they might have thought, hey, they're married now. They've got, eh, he doesn't live alone anymore. His wife is there, and um, maybe they just felt like, it's time to give us our space or whatever. Um, but if they would talk to me about it, I would say, I don't feel that way at all. I, I do not feel that way at all. You know, you guys are my friends, and you're my friends, and you'll always be my friends. I should look and see if I can use some of that black powder for like a Novelisk or something. But yeah, I think you're right. I think they may have just thought, you know what? They're newly married. Um, let's give them their space. They did stay in touch with us for they did stay in touch with us for like a couple of years, I want to say. So they didn't cut. I could look at my WhatsApp messages with her dad. Um, but yeah, so they didn't cut off um, a connection with us like right away. They didn't, just they maintained contact with us. Um, I wonder if I should have buffered some up there. Yeah, so they maintained contact with us for, you know, for like a year or so afterwards, and then they just stopped messaging us. And then I saw that the group that we had been a part of, they just stopped messaging us, and like, okay, well, and that's when I contacted her dad and asked him, how are they doing? And that's when he said, I don't know. I haven't heard from him. Zooping this way. So I think I want to bring this down. I'm not really sure what I do with this stuff. I'm not really sure what I do with this Sam stuff. So what I need to do is I need to um, what I'm gonna do is just get rid of this stuff here. Maybe just store it down here. It's kind of interesting because I've gotten to the point now with I've gotten to the point now with I'm a, I'm not always, but I'm looking over at the camera. Is it frozen? Is it frozen? And yeah, it's kind of comical actually. Anyway, let's see. I kind of want to get this set up. Whatever I'm going to do with this stuff, I kind of want to get it set up. So I guess I could drop it down here like I did with this, but just do it on this side. Zoop it down. So they zooped it to here. Oh, there's my zoop right there. Okay, let's see. Okay. If I zoop it down here, though, it's going to get in the way of this. So I'll just have to redo this, I guess. Well, let's get some stairs up here. All right, so let's go here. As far as I know, oh, where did I put this one? Right in the middle? Okay, yeah. I thought I was in the middle. All right, so I'm going to go here. Now I need this up here. All right, this one comes out here. So hopefully that one's up. Ah, okay. Zupa. So what we're going to do is, it's right on the middle. So we're going to do one of these. Logistics. All right, so get over here. Nope, I don't want to dismantle that one. What I do want to do though is put this in here like this. And then I want to pull this one down from here like this. I've seen other streamers. I should really say that streamers. I've seen other players do this. I've seen other players do this, and it seems like they can get these things longer and higher. Maybe it's like the next mark because they come in tiers. So maybe the higher tiers, they just can go higher. No, this isn't how I wanted this to go. Game. Okay, game, don't mess with me. Don't mess with me, game. I'm pretty sure I had that set up the right way. Let's see if I try this. What happens? Gonna reject it, right? Yeah. I was pretty sure that I set this up properly. Gotta go reverse. Yes, thank you. Now, I might as well connect this. Bring this straight in like this, around this pole. Around this pole right here, right? going to be so this is going to go here. Turn it this way, go out this way, 1, 2. And then you can come over here like this. Come over here like that. And you come over here like this. And then you can come down here like this. Then you can come down here like this. And then I'm going to put storage here just to start collecting the stuff. See, I don't know why it doesn't. It's interesting. It's supposed to have a, it's supposed to be a line that shows the connection between those two with the blue arrows and the orange arrows. And sometimes it shows up and sometimes it doesn't. There it is. But it will only show up if there's a connector there or a line, a conveyor already there. Don't ask me why. Okay, so this is 120 a minute coming out of that. There's a recipe. Oh, doggo. What do you got for me? All clad aluminum sheet. Nice, thank you. So that kind of stuff I'm putting over here. I don't think I put the last thing that he gave me in there though. Well, I can use that. Synthetic power shards. So 100 time crystals, 200 quartz. Did it make 5? Yeah, it did. Wow. I wanted to find out about making these. Reanimated Sam. And then in here, oh, I need what? I have 17. 200, 110. What materials am I missing? Oh, the pipe, which I don't have a lot of, and so probably none in there. Nope. I'm gonna have to collect some off my belt here. I could make some, I guess. Let's see if that's enough. Excuse me. Well, at least I got the. Oh, I don't know why I had the headphones on. I put the headphones on to check the mic level before I start streaming, and then I ended up leaving it on at the end of the stream. I'm like, oh man, and I don't really use it in the game. So in this game in particular, I just keep them off. I mean, I like the music and everything, but I don't need them on. Okay, so I can start the research on this. Ada says, Sampler very resident locked fluctuator can mimic unique communication through patterns of electric frequencies. To instruct reanimated Sam to perform specific tasks or give specific instructions such as matter to energy conversion. Also function as matter memory, reading the exact composition state of a collection of matter in one location, breaking it down, and they're instantly reconstructing it in another location, which has incredible potential for smart storage. Your threads shift solid to fluid to a tapestry, a matter of matter and mind and melody. That's great. What's this? A Mercer sphere. I've got those. I need 11 of those. Man, I'm going to need a lot more. I'm going to need a lot more pipe. What I'm using them for now. I'm using them for rotors. Let's see. I'm not going to make any more rotors right now. And making it steel modular frames. I'm not going to make any more of these right now. So I just got to remember to hook those back up. I need more steel pipes. I'm going to cut this off too right here. I'll start collecting some of them. Because right now I'm only making 30 per minute, but I can boost this because I just got more of these. I can make 50 per minute. A 28 pipe. So that's what I'm going to need to do with pipe. So I need 10. I need 10 of these. I need 21. Just different from those. Oh, Sam Fluctuator. This is reanimated Sam. Sam Fluctuator. So I need pipe, wire, and reanimated Sam. Okay. Let's see. I don't know why my mic was off just now. Oh yeah, I know why my mic was off. Because I sneezed about 15 minutes ago. Somebody needs to I need a mod. I need a mod who can say, "Hey Biff, your mic's been off for like 5 minutes." So that way my mic's off for only 5 minutes at a time and not 15 or 20 or 30 or an hour at a time. Um, and I got to remember to set my camera back to the game camera when I'm done chatting with you about, you've got 3 power poles. 1, 2, 3. And you use the zip line to, just like you would a regular zip line, to zip along the power line until you get to the next power pole. And then you're supposed to jump, I guess. And then get onto that next line and then keep going to the next line, to the next line, to the next line. I haven't been able to figure that out yet. I keep falling. I keep falling. And I'm sure that's not what's intended with that. So, what else do I want to do? I have 1 steel pipe. Let's see. So a dimensional depot uploader. So probably 2 of those that I would want would be for concrete and reinforced steel plates. So I need 10 of those. Which is 60 reanimated. Oh, and 30 steel pipes. I know I have steel pipes over here. Making them slow but sure. So I'm going to make 2 of these. Oh, I need how much reanimated, Sam? 60? These it makes pretty fast. All right. And then I need 10 of these. And now if I wanted to make this, need a Mercer sphere. Let's put that down here on concrete. So try this. Okay. So I think I'd have to go like this and go like this. And then go like this with this. Make sure this is still going. Good, it's still going. What do you know? Now, how does this work? $15 per minute. 500 divided by 15 is 30. 30, 34 roughly. Math on stream. 500 divided by 15. 33. 34. I rounded. So sue me. It's only 500, but then you can buff it. You can bump it up too through that extra research. You only need 96 more Mercer spheres. I'm wondering if there's going to be a Mercer sphere. But I mean, that 500 would help at some point, I'm sure. Make your own power slugs. I can make those. What's a pulse obelisk? Generates a powerful shock wave instead of a regular explosion. Radio signal scanning. Oh. I don't have motors yet. Interesting. Crystal oscillator, heavy modular frames, computers, radar tower. Flora and fauna information, notable signal readings. That would be very handy to have. Crystal oscillator, I can make those. So it'd be 500. I'm not sure if I'm making stators yet, but this would be 500 reinforced plate, which I have. It'd be 2800 cable. And no, what am I doing? Yeah. 2800 cable. 3600. It'd be a lot. Oh no, it's divided by half. So it'd be 50, 1400, and 1800. Put all those in there, put all those in there, put all those in there. All those. Like how that kind of every few seconds that will kind of yeah. So I need 50. Fifty of these. I think I have, right? I think I had them. 50 of those. And then I need a quartz and cable. Cable I needed 1400. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven. 2, 4, 6, 7. And then I need 1800. Yeah, that sounds like a PC, right? I'm just going to the bathroom, Mr. PC. Okay, well, I'll disconnect for you because I don't want you to use up uh, precious electricity. Yeah, it sounds like a PC. That's something a PC would do. Oh, I need the quartz, right? Where's my quartz? I have quartz over here, but not this one. I don't need the raw quartz. I need the tray of quartz. Yeah, these right here, right? One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. I'll be right back. Daughter's been she's been fighting a cold, and so she's my wife is just up there with her. I guess she's woken up already a couple of times, and she's kind of warm. But the thermometer, the first temp I took, it's one of those proximity reading things. You just press the trigger, hold it at the forehead, press the trigger, and gives you the temperature. It was like 100, but then I did it a couple more times. It was like 98.9, 99.2. So she she had to go to the bathroom when I went up there this time. She had to go to the bathroom, and you know that's why I couldn't hear her. I was just thinking I had the headphones on, even though I don't really use them for this game. Um, but my wife said she's already woken up and cried a couple of times because she needed help with something. But she's real sensitive when she gets sick. Just like anybody, she feels like crap, and then she starts crying, and we try to tell her, it's not going to make it any better. Your nose is stuffy because you're cold. Guess what? It's going to get even stuffier because you're crying. It's just going to create more mucus and stuff that gets in your nose. And but yeah, she's a sweetheart. She just, she's got a cold. So she's okay. She's resting. What was I gonna do? Did I get the stuff that I need? I think I got the stuff I needed, right? What happened? I thought I was making this stuff. Oh no, I had to come down and get these things, right? Yeah. So I need 100 oscillators. Need 100 crystal oscillators. I can make 40. Why? Um, I think I need more play, right? So I need 500. I need 100. So I need 50, right? I need 5. So I need 250. So I should be able to make 100. I can make 100. Okay. Um, yeah, she's just, and what happened is she was born 2019. I retired, uh, so my wife could go back to work. I retired, and so I was at home. She was at home with me until she started school, junior kindergarten last fall of 2023. And first thing, like she's there a week and she gets a cold. And prior to that, my wife and I had both had, back in 2022, we both got COVID, even though we had the vaccination, the immunization. We both got COVID and she got it. But when we talked to a triage nurse or whatever at our insurance company, we described the symptoms to her, and we didn't test her for COVID, but we described the symptoms to her to this triage nurse, and the triage nurse said, "Yeah, it sounds like COVID." And because both you and your wife have it now, and so what happened was is she got a fever. It was like 101 1 point something fever. She she slept, she fell asleep. She was really tired. She wasn't lethargic. She was just tired. She wasn't like out of it or anything. She was just tired. So she fell asleep. And well, let me get back in the game here. She fell asleep, and and she slept for like 2 hours. She woke up. The fever had broken, and that was it. She was done. She was fine after that. And then there was a couple other times where she had colds that were nothing major. But the first week of junior kindergarten, she got a cold. Within 3 weeks, she had a second cold, and she got an ear infection from that cold. And like within the first 6 weeks, she had been out of school like 3 times with a cold. They all had a fever attached to them. So we took her to when she got the ear infection, we took her to our pediatrician. And the pediatrician said, "So what's her circumstances?" She said, "Well, she's been at home with me the whole time. She hasn't been to nursery school or daycare or anything." He said, "Well, in that situation, then you can expect about," he said, 8 to 10 colds a year until she's in third grade. And we're like, "What?" He said, "Hey, her body has to adjust, first of all, to being around large groups of kids. And second of all, her body has to adjust to the childhood illnesses that are out there. And the most common illness is the cold. So her body has to develop. Yeah, her body has to develop and learn how to, just like she needs to learn, how to read, how to do math, how to do science. She needs to learn, her body needs to learn how to fight off these illnesses that she has not come into contact with yet." And we're like, wow. But this year she's been, we're praying. She's been doing really good. She was sick like the first or second week of school. She had a cold and that had a fever attached to it. She had the fever for like a day and a night. And then it broke the next day. And she only missed one day of school. And now she's got this cold. It's the weekend. And the last one was the weekend. That's why she only missed one day of school. She was sick over her weekend, which kind of sucks for her. But yeah, so that's interesting. Those little lines there. But yeah, so yeah, we're just praying. We're praying for her that she just, she didn't have to go through this as often this year. She was sick a lot last year. Um, and she's, like I said, she's not a sickly child. So just really tough on her being, what was I doing this for? I don't remember. I was doing it for the scannable hard drives. Yeah, so I got to make motors. So I need a scanner. I can make a scanner. I need wire and screws. Okay. You got those over here. Wire and screws. How many can I make? 9? I only need 1. And then I need motors. I need 100 motors. So I need 200 stators and 200 rotors. I've got the rotors made. Motors. I need rotors and stators. Yeah. Stators are pipes and wire. Got the wire. So I need how many of these do I need? Don't need 100. So I need 200 stators. So I need 600 pipe, 800 wire. 600 pipe, 1600 wire. Got rotors. Where's the that? So I actually need stators. Look at stators again. 107. I need 200. So I need more wire, right? How much wire do I need? I need 1600, so I need 800 more wire. And I need more rotors. Yeah, I think it's rough on her because I think she remembers, she remembers I was never sick like this, you know? And now she's like struggling with it all the time. Well, not all the time, but enough to have it be kind of like, um, inconvenient. And I think she just remembers. She remembers, I think, not going through this. And now she's got to go through this. I need to build one of those. I need to build one of those things that just shoots you, or a tube or something. Something that drops me off like right here. Just have a tube that runs from all the way from that end here to here. That would be nice. All right, let's go stators. I need 200, right? Yeah. Oh, I can make exactly 200. Nice. Um, yeah, so she's um she's she's fine, but she's if I could call her a baby. When she's sick, she's a baby. You know, she wants to be babied, and I'm that way too. When I'm sick, I'm a baby. I'm like, I just want to lay on the couch and turn the TV on and fall asleep. um, but yeah, we're just praying she doesn't have to go through that. So she's been in school now since second week of August in September. So she's been in school for like 7 weeks, and this is her second cold. So yeah, it's tough. It's interesting because I have another save of this, the very first save that I did of this game. It took me a lot longer to get to this point that I'm at now. Probably took me 3 or 4 times as long because partly because it's the very first factory game that I ever played. Never played a factory game before. I had no idea what a bus was. I had no idea what a mall was. I really didn't. I mean, I think I understood the concept of automation, but I didn't really appreciate the level of automation that you could achieve in the game. And so it took me a while. I mean, I got to the point where I had oil, I had plastic, rubber. I was making computers. I was making stators and rotors. But man, it was so much spaghetti. So much spaghetti. Just everything was everywhere. I think I read a recent post too, maybe on Reddit. Oh, that's awesome, sirloin. I might get the one cold a year, maybe flu once a year. I just got my flu shot a week ago, about a week ago. I think it was last Tuesday. I about almost 15 years ago now. I did this exercise program called P90X. I lost about 60 pounds of fat, put on about 20 pounds of muscle for about a net loss of 40 pounds. I went from about 225 down to 185. And so in about 6 months. So P90, the 90 stands for 90 days, which is 3 months. But I did the first P90X, and then they have another one that's a little bit less intensive. So I did the first P90X, I took a week off, and then I started the second one. And I got almost to the end of that one, and I hurt my elbow. And a friend of mine who's worked out a lot, he said it sounds like his tennis elbow. And it was repetition from doing curls, just the repetition with the heavy weights. And I was able to curl. I was able to curl 22 and a half pounds in each hand. I don't know, 10, 15 times. But anyways, I hurt myself. So I stopped after that um, 6 months. But I was in such good shape, not just not just physical shape, but like my immune system shape, that I didn't have a cold for like 2 years after that. And I kept up with my bike riding and stuff, and I've eventually put the weight back on. But I remember telling my boss at work, I remember telling my boss at work, because he commented on my weight loss and everything. I said, you know what? One of the biggest benefits of this is I haven't been sick. I think at that point, I hadn't been sick in like a year. I said, I haven't been sick. I haven't had a cold. I haven't had a sore throat. I haven't had nothing for like a year. Duh. I need to get back to that. Truly believes to do with the fact I grew up around nurses and my family going to the hospital with my mom while she worked growing up in Gosling. Yeah. I worked in, when I was younger, I worked in nursing homes, a couple different nursing homes. I worked in nursing homes. At one point, I thought I wanted to be a nurse. I thought I could be a nurse, go to school. Of course, I didn't. I didn't, not of course, but I did not become a nurse. But yeah, I hope I remember why I'm doing all this. Two more. Boom. Why am I doing all this, chat? Wait, the hard drive thing, right? Motors. I need 100 motors. Um, yeah, I looked into it one time. I got the information from a local, I think it was a 2-year college. Wow, heart monitor tech. It would have been right up my alley. I had a radio frequency ablation done about 15 or so years ago because I had a, what I was told it was initially was they told me it was Wolf Parkinson White syndrome, which is your heart has a additional electrical connection from like one of your lower chambers to one of your upper chambers. So I guess the heart's supposed to fire like in um, a sequence that goes around the heart. And my heart had or has a additional electrical connection between two of the chambers that's not supposed to be there. And so what would happen is sometimes, yeah. So what would happen is my heart would go into an arrhythmia, like a rapid heartbeat. And I used to be able to control it. What I would do is I'd take a real deep breath and hold it and just let it out really slowly. And that would fix it most times. The first time it would fix it. It might take me 2 or 3 or 4 times, but then as I got older, it got harder for that to work. Yeah, I think my mom had something like it too. So I don't know if it's genetic, but I think my mom, I don't think she had it repaired though. She may have, but yeah, so I went to see a finally, don't ask me why. It took me to, you know, uh as I had spoken, my late wife had passed away, and I just thought, it's getting harder to control. It's taking longer for me to control it. I've got to I got to do something about it. So I talked to my doctor. My doctor said, go see a cardiologist. Went to a cardiologist. He was I think maybe my doctor set me up with the appointment, an electrocardiologist. So I went. I told him what was going on. Hmm. So he asked me what was going on. I told him. He did tests and everything. He told me, this is what you have. This is how we can fix it. He said, but what I want to do first, I want to put a monitor on you, and it's just going to be a monitor. Um, I don't I don't think it was attached to my heart. It might have been on my wrist or something. I don't remember. It's a long time ago. This was like probably close to maybe 16, 17 years ago. So, anyways, put it on. And he said, if you have an event, call this number. And so I remember I had an event. I was near, I don't know if I didn't have a cell phone at the time or whatever, but I remember calling from a payphone. Um, there was a payphone, and I called and said I'm having an event, and they monitored it. And I don't know, I may have gotten it under control at that time. And I said, I was able to control it, and everything's good, I guess. They said, okay. So I guess they reported back to the cardiologist, that that I had an event. Okay, let's see if we can do this. Start the research. Sure, use up all those things I just made. Please choose a new node of tree to begin new analysis. Oh, now see any hard drives at something, something, something. This isn't the object scanner though, right? I don't think I have an object scanner. Do I have an object scanner on me? No, I don't. Only thing I felt in my chest was when I saw a dozen people who come running through that door like bats out of hell. Yeah, so with me, um, they had me on this monitor. Um, I remember I was at my sister's house, my sister and brother-in-law's house. It was night. I don't know if we had had dinner or something, and my heart went to an arrhythmia. And so I called. I think probably what I did is first off is I tried to control it. That's the first thing I did. Tried to control it. Couldn't control it. So I called the number, and the lady's on the phone. She goes, how long has it been going on? Probably at that point I said like 10 minutes, maybe 15 minutes. And my heart rate was, yeah, up around 200 beats a minute. And I'm just like, she's like, how do you feel? I'm like, I feel okay. It's just, my heart's racing at 200 beats a minute. And I don't know if that time, she told me how serious it can be that, you could actually die like instantly. You're just, whatever, your heart blows up or whatever. And I was like, um, she, trying to remember. Seems like I was on the phone with her for a while, or maybe I tried longer to get it fixed, to fix it myself. But I seem to remember an hour's worth of time. And she asked me like how long has it been going on. I remember saying something like an hour or something, and I haven't been able to control it. Anyways, she says, I'm calling an ambulance. Give me your address. I'm calling an ambulance. I said, okay. And it's like, I don't know, it's like my my sister and brother-in-law are pretty conservative people. And so an ambulance shows up. You know, I don't know if I told them that the ambulance was coming, but an ambulance drives up like, I don't know, 10 o'clock at night. And so the ambulance comes, takes me to the hospital. You will not believe this, Sirloin. You will not believe this. They put me I'm in the emergency room. They're getting all different kinds of things set up. My heart's still racing. Da da da. This guy comes in. I don't know if he's an orderly, a nurse, whatever. He comes in, and you know how you have a needle, and they pop the top off of it, and the top of it has a like an opening because it was down over the needle, but then it's got a hole on the other end. It was some type of, I don't know if it was actually covering a needle or whatever, but it was this thing that um, had a larger opening on one end, maybe about the size of, your pinky nail on one end, and then it narrowed down to a very small hole on the other end. No, this is one of the IV. This was just a little plastic thing like this. It was just a small plastic thing that it had a small hole, like I said, maybe about the size of your pinky fingernail on one end. And then it narrowed down to a very narrow hole on the other end. He gave it to me. He said, blow on this as hard as you can. I blew on it as hard as I can. About 3 seconds later, it stopped. My arrhythmia stopped. I'm like, what was that? He goes, yeah, it works. It works. And I'm like, why hasn't anybody ever told me about this? Like you know, I'm like, at that time, what? I was like 50. I'm in my early 50s and I've been having this thing happen for like the last 30 years off and on. Like, why didn't anybody tell me about that? Um, yeah, yeah. No, it's just this little thing. He told me to blow into it. And, it's got a wider opening when you put it in your mouth, and it just narrows down to this very small opening on the end. So a little bit of air is coming out, but you're just putting a lot of pressure, and it stopped. The arrhythmia stopped. But anyways, um, so what happened is that that's when my electrocardiologist, he uh, he scheduled the surgery, radio frequency ablation to fix it. He said, "Yeah, we got to get this fixed." So he scheduled it, and wow, hmm, that's weird. both hands in ice. It might have worked because I think this was in the wintertime. I could have just gone out and stuck my hands in some snow. Um, but yeah, so he scheduled the radio frequency ablation and got it done. And that was like 16, 17 years ago. Haven't had an incident since then. So, uh, and it's interesting too, because my brother in law told me at the time, he told me that his brother had had the same thing. He had the radio frequency ablation, but it didn't take. And so they had to do surgery, I guess. But I guess they got the problem fixed. And then my brother in law just recently had same issue. Um, and he had the radio. I think he said he had a radio frequency ablation. I'll have to talk to him about it again a little bit more. But he said, yeah, I mean, okay, I might be gone, sirloin. I got to finish up because we've got some stuff going on this weekend, and I've been on for like 2.5 hours now. So I might be gone when you get back, but thanks for listening to my stories. Um, yeah, my brother-in-law told me he had a similar thing, but whatever they did with him, he said that they told him that it would be like up to 3 months where didn't feel so tired or something like that. I have to talk to him a little bit more. I talked to him um, a few weeks ago at a family birthday party for one of his grandkids, and we just talked real briefly while he was in and out doing stuff to help out with the party and everything. So yeah, thanks, Sirloin. Really appreciate you coming in. Thank you so much. Yeah, I think I'm going to finalize all this, and yeah, you see me on anytime you see me on. You're always welcome here. What I was going to do, I was going to look at my. Oh, look, I got concrete. Nice. Unlocked by researching manual depot uploader in the MAM. Huh. Yeah, take from inventory before depot. That sounds good. What was I going to do? I was going to look at this. What thing do I not need? I don't need this because I got the critters set to how do you use this though? How do you set this to look up what you want to look for? Oh, Pillberry. Okay, hard drives. Oh, summer sloops, power slugs, Mercer spheres. Does it, you just set it and you just get closer to it and it just kind of, well, I'll play around with that some other time. Yes, thank you so much, Sherline, for coming in. Appreciate you being here. Thanks for all the keeping me company and keeping chat company. Let's see. I'm gonna go here, back to the coffee, personal storage box. Don't need that. Don't need the SAM fluctuator. Because eventually I'm gonna have to Eventually, I'll have to make more Mercer spheres, huh? So got that. Radar technology. Those. Turbo fuel. Oh, so you just need to use one of the hard drives to get the. I see. You need a hard drive for that too. So there's two hard drives. Wonder what these are. Okay. I'm gonna head out. Thanks everybody for watching. Um, thanks everybody for watching. Special thanks to Sirloin Steaks. How do I do a shout out? How do I do a shout out to him? I don't know. Sirloin Steaks. Put this at. Okay. I think that's going to do it for me. I can do my regular outro, I guess, because there's so basically I had OBS and I'm switching over now to Streamlabs because I think I'm getting better performance from everything. Um, I'm not getting the core temperature spikes that I was getting. Um, and actually with the camera now, I'm able to have the camera set to I'm actually able to have the camera set to 1920 and 1080p and frames per second, around 60 frames a second. So I mean, it's just I, I well, I'll tell you guys later. But I've switched over to OBS from OBS to Streamlabs. I think it's going to be worth. I'm probably going to wind up paying $150 a year, which is what the premium thing is. It's like $12.50 a month. But I think it's going to work out a lot better as far as the camera goes. I haven't seen any other glitches tonight. It did freeze at one point, but I haven't seen anything since then. So, and as far as I can see in my stream, it's still working. So that's going to do it for me. And let me go back over here. And like I like to say, Sirloin, you're one of my viewers. And thanks for coming in tonight. And I have VOD watchers too that watch wherever they are, wherever you are, whether it's morning, afternoon, evening, or night. and that includes you, sirloin. Be blessed and put yourself in a position to be blessed. And we'll see you next time. Thanks for watching. I'm gonna have to do it manually. So let's see. Where is my stream end deal here? Okay, it's not linked up yet because I just started. I just refigured this the other day. I imported a bunch of stuff from OBS into Streamlabs. Um, so hopefully this will work. Um, and again, be blessed. We'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.